My name's John Penny and I've been a driving instructor for 14 years. I set Denovo Driving Tuition up 14 years ago, and I've been a DVSA registered fleet driver trainer for the last 10 years. There is a lot of legislation regarding corporate driver training, so for businesses to comply, they need to manage work-related road safety within an effective health and management system, which helps them to comply with existing legislation. This legislation is not new, it's already out there. We're just trying to raise awareness of the legislation. Well, company car drivers on company business are at risk because what they're doing is quite hazardous. I'd like to quote, if I may, the Royal Society for Prevention of Accidents. So, quote, ROSPA have identified that after deep sea fishing and coal mining, driving 25,000 miles a year on business is the most life-threatening activity we undertake, which is more dangerous than working in construction. Most people are slightly surprised and indeed shocked when they know how much a corporate car driver is at risk when driving at work. We help company car drivers and companies manage the risk by carrying out some skills development training. So what we do, we take the company car driver out in their own company car vehicle and we do a 2-hour assessment. The 2-hour assessment is taking the drivers in a variety of road and traffic conditions, and we're challenging them to try and change their thought process and adapt their thought process. Once we've completed the training, we complete a risk profile report form. So one copy goes to the driver for transparency, the other copy goes to the company for their records, which is then retained on the records in the office of the driver. And the risk profile report will show whether we've categorised the driver as a high risk, a medium risk or a low risk, and at which point we agree a time frame for further and remedial training. Worst case scenario may be if we could imagine a driver on company business driving a company car and is an employee of the company, kills a pedestrian while on company business. So what would happen at that point? The police would get involved and the police would start to consider whether they would prosecute the case under corporate manslaughter, existing legislation. So the police would go to the company and they would say, could you show us within your health and safety system how you're managing your work-related road safety? What driver training has this driver had? So worst case scenario, if there was no driver training in place and it couldn't be confirmed that skills development driving had taken place, worst case scenario, the business could be prosecuted under corporate manslaughter. The business would not be prosecuted as a company, but an individual within the business, such as a director, could be held responsible, and worst case scenario is a prison sentence. So by carrying out this training, we're protecting the driver, we're protecting the company, and we're protecting senior directors who ultimately have the responsibility of managing the work-related road safety. My advice would be to give some serious consideration to the corporate driver training, to consider the worst case scenarios that we've already discussed. Please have a look at the video testimonials that we have on the website with businesses that have already benefited from corporate driver training. A huge return on the investment, simplistically things like promoting corporate social responsibility, lots of cost savings in terms of things like fuel savings, cost of insurance with insurance premiums not rising, better for wear and tear on the car, possibilities of key members of staff not being unavailable through work because they've been banned from driving. So in simple terms, there's all sorts of benefits there which we can expand on at a later stage, but in simple terms it just gives the business, the employees and the senior managers peace of mind that they are responding to existing legislation and basically they're not going to get prosecuted under this banner of corporate social responsibility and corporate manslaughter. So please contact us. We're very happy to talk you through things and thank you for watching the video.